All right. Who are we here with today? What's your name?
All right, my name is DominicDiTanna.
All right, Dominic. Where are you from?
I'm from New Jersey.
Okay.
And, yeah, I have 4 million followers on TikTok, 50,000 on, no, 100,000 on Instagram. Sorry, YouTube, 27,000. Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned you have a YouTube show, right? I think you said you don't have a podcast, but more kind of YouTube oriented.
Right. I need to take the audio and put it on a podcast platform still, but it's called Breakout Creator.
Okay. Yeah. Tell us more about Breakout Creator. Like, what exactly are you looking to do with that?
Sure. My goal is to get your favorite guests, your favorite content creators, and get them on my show and ask them personal questions about their life and how they became famous, basically, and pick their brain on any tips and tricks that they have about being a content creator that we could use. And it comes out every Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard.
Okay. What do you think are some of the more common tips and tricks that you've gathered from your interviews?
Oh, it's different kind of for everyone, but finding, from episode 2, his name's Scumbag Dad. He's very huge on social media, has almost 5 million followers on TikTok. He talks about infinite content loop. So finding a strategy on the internet of creating, taking other videos that people are posting to the platforms, and then duetting those videos. Like, people are always posting content to the internet, so then all you have to do is curate that, find something that's viral, and then put your own twist on it, and you essentially have this like infinite, there's always people posting content, you can always duet, so you can always make content. It takes the thinking out of making content. So that's one of the biggest takeaways so far.
So you don't have to worry so much, like, it's not necessarily about always producing your own content, but it's very, there's a huge market and audience for, curators of content, that people putting, a bunch of really cool, fun clips together and curating it that way.
Yeah. He actually puts like a spin on it too. Well, he'll kind of make fun of it, or he'll poke the he'll make it meta. Everything's meta on his page. It's very amazing. He goes deep dive in it. Yeah.
All right. So what got you into doing that?
Well, I'm also a creator myself. I know what it's like. I felt like I was like a nobody coming up from New Jersey. I've always wanted to do YouTube. I really wanted to tackle how to build an audience on TikTok, and I was like excited to jump on TikTok when it came out, so I went full force. So at this point, when TikTok was coming out, I was like telling everyone about it. Like, everyone I would message. I have hundreds of messages I sent people in January of 2019 telling them to get on TikTok, and nobody listened. And now all my friends and family are trying to do social media, and I want to help them, and I want to help other people around me not gatekeep any of the information. Like, I'll tell you about all the bonuses online right now, and how these people in LA, I live in LA, in Venice currently, so in Venice Beach, and I'll share and I pick their brains of how they're making money, how are they living, doing content creation full time. So,
and then it sounds like perhaps, do you have like a coaching, consulting, like do you help people create their social profiles?
I don't offer that yet, but I would love to get started on that. Yeah.
Okay. And where do you envision yourself going with this? Like, what do you want to be doing in maybe a year from now? You want to be getting a podcast set up, I think you mentioned a little bit. And
so I have a podcast studio in my studio apartment in Venice Beach. I'd like turn my living room into a whole podcast setup. I'll show you. It's really cool.
Nice.
Breakout Creator, again, if you check it out on YouTube or TikTok, whatever platform, or breakoutcreator.com. Sorry, what was the second part of the question?
I don't know. I don't remember. Just tell me, where you kind of envision yourself going, what you want to achieve with this, and kind of, expand what you're doing going forward, maybe in the next year.
I love talking to people. I love doing interviews with people, and I love helping people, especially people that want to better their lives and make, a name for themselves on social media, because it's not really like I can do it and you can't do it. So there's no, the benefit of me helping you is really there. There's a quote about, what do they say? Oh, if you help enough people get what you want, get what they want, then you'll get what you want. So right now I feel like just doing more interviews is something I love to do. I love talking to people daily. It's kind of my own infinite content loop, because I know a lot of people in the industry, and a lot of people want to come on my podcast, and I do an exchange with them. So if you come on my podcast and you fit the criteria and everything, I actually will personally clip up the whole podcast and provide those clips to the guests. So it's a win-win on both sides. A lot of people struggle with making content for themselves, so this is in a little bit. So in a year, I'd love to continue doing this. I post one a week. I'm already up to 17 episodes. I've only posted 6, so by next year I'll have 52 at least episodes out by now. Hopefully I have at least 100,000 on YouTube for the podcast. That would be a good goal by December. Also, I'm on like Facebook, like 0 followers on Breakout Creator, so we'll see.
Okay, and so, what would you say to somebody who's looking to get into being a content creator and looking to, figure out how they even get started? Like, what's the advice that you would give to somebody like that?
Yes, so whatever platform it is, spend right now, open the platform up and spend 3 days just consuming content first, and see what other people are posting, what's going viral, and then pick 4 or 5 people that are doing certain content that you think you could do, and you look at them and why is that guy famous? I could do that. That was my thought on it. I saw a lot of that early TikTok 2018. So I think that still holds true right now. Is you find someone who's doing something you could do, you kind of put your own spin on it. You should also just start putting yourself out there, because if you don't have anything out there, you don't get enough feedback. Posting 20 times a day was my strategy in the beginning. So for the first 6 months, I posted 10 to 20 times. It was everywhere, everything I could do, anything I could think of, anything that was happening. If I ever saw a group of people around something, I would video that and post it as fast as it happened. So also removing any boundaries between what's happening and you posting it. The faster you can so a lot of people use Instagram and they'll just open the phone and they post an Instagram story. That's how fast I was posting to TikTok, and I would highly recommend it. Not a lot of people do it, but it's my personal favorite method. It reduces the anxiety in your mind about posting. So
yeah, what about this idea of chasing perfection? Just having that fear that you have to you don't want to put something out there unless it's just perfectly perfect. What would you say to that?
I think it's a trend that's going away, but there's still obviously a different Marvel movies are perfect and amazing, but I think for the common person, I feel like I'm representing the common person. But yeah, I feel the less that you play into that mindset, the more you'll be have this creative freedom, and post and not be afraid. And it's a whole journey. I always talk about ups and downs of it, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome, and definitely something I think I need to start to check out for myself. I've always been a little, I don't know, just maybe not super confident in going out there in this big kind of social media world, but it's always fun to check out content and see what other people are doing, because it's really amazing. All the content that people are creating, just everyday people, it really is brings kind of the masses, everyday person into just doing what they love and not being afraid to just put it out there, right?
Right.
Awesome. Hey, well, Dominic, thanks for stopping by, man. Good luck.
Pleasure. Yeah, no worries.